So in the yesterday's class, we have seen what is Salesforce and why we call Salesforce as a cloud-based CRM software. Okay, this is the first thing we have learned in the yesterday's class. So why we call Salesforce is a cloud-based and a CRM software? Because cloud-based in the sense whatever the servers, okay, the Salesforce is running on, or the application or the Salesforce application is running on, is not in our company or in our home or in our PC. The application, the Salesforce application, is running somewhere in the data centers, okay, somewhere in the cloud, we say, and we can access that application via internet. What you need to access any cloud application, same like Facebook or let's say Instagram, if you are accessing from browser, same like that we are accessing our application, the Salesforce application, okay, directly from the browser. Go to the browser, select the the login with the Salesforce option, then you will have, okay, yeah, you will have to give your credentials. That's it. Once you log in, then you'll get the access to the Salesforce environment. So this is very simple, like a login process or usage process for this application. You don't need to install anything in your PC. You don't need to like maintain the servers. You don't need to maintain the storage. Okay, this is not your headache. This is the headache of the Salesforce. They do all the things for you in their servers and give you the access of the application. That is the reason we call this as a cloud-based software. Okay, just to give me a minute, I'll shift to another room. Yeah, so this is the meaning of cloud-based softwares. The servers, or the application servers, data servers, everything, you don't need to worry. The provider, the Salesforce is a provider here, so Salesforce will take care of those things. You can just go to the browser and log into the Salesforce. This is the first thing about cloud-based. And why we called Salesforce as a CRM software. CRM stands for customer relationship management. So inside the Salesforce, okay, you can manage your customers. That means if you are running any business, you can manage all your business data, business automation, and business logic completely in this Salesforce. Okay, this is the reason we call Salesforce as a customer relationship management software. So here you can see is, you can manage sales, you can manage services, marketing, commerce, and community or experience cloud are there, where you can build your website for the business. So everything you can do in one single application. Okay, you can close deals, view the accounts, grow your relationships with the contacts of the particular company you are dealing with, or your clients, I mean. So this all you can do in a single application. That's why we call this as a CRM, customer relationship management software. And next question, is the Salesforce is the only CRM available in the market? No. Along with the Salesforce, there are many other softwares as well, like Dynamic 316, Microsoft provided one, and Monday.com, a Zoho CRM, which is a Indian-based company. There are many more. But Salesforce is like a top among these all CRMs, because it is agentic first, and it is having a good trust layer, where you can say where businesses can trust Salesforce to save the data in the Salesforce databases. So there are many more other reasons to make the Salesforce the top among these available CRMs. So this was the introduction about the Salesforce, which we talked in the yesterday's class. Apart from that, what we have seen, how to set up the trial head account. So how we can set up the Trailhead account? Soumya, I think you already have the Trailhead account, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're already into Salesforce administration, so you will be administration. I mean, you may be into administration, development, or like consultant as a Salesforce consultant, sales or survey consultant. So you can learn all these things in a single platform, which is a Trailhead. This is like a academy of Salesforce, where you can learn all the things officially and for free. So, but this is a self-learning portal. You must learn each and everything on self. Okay, on yourself. Go to the each and every documentations, like we say modules, trials, badges, and keep on completing. So this is how you can practice. But whereas challenges, if you want to do that, you can do in this platform, or you can create, if you know, developer edition. So Soumya and Chandana, I think you are familiar with this concept. There will be Trailhead playgrounds as well as developer editions. So developer editions, in the sense, you will have, you can test more features in that. Apart from Trailhead will have some sample data, some set of few features, but developer edition will have more features available for you to learn. In this 45 days, we will use developer edition as well as Trailhead playgrounds. For few tasks, we will use Trailhead playgrounds. For few tasks, we will use developer edition. So developer edition we'll use when we start with the agent force. Okay. Yeah. So so this is the like a topic which we have covered in the yesterday's class. Now we will dive into the database of the Salesforce. So to understand any application, any software, okay, any software you take in the market, if you understand more clearly, the thing you have to do is you have to understand its architecture. Inside the architecture, you must first start with the UI or backend or database. Any three. Okay. For any application, if you want to start learning, you have to start with UI, backend logics, or database. So for me, database is very important because I want to understand the data and the architecture or the schema of the data, how we are storing the data, how we are editing the data, like updating the data, deleting the data. This, if we understand inside the Salesforce, then we can understand more betterly the backend, the apex or flows, automation, the configuration. Okay, then you can understand the UI as well, the page layouts, records, buttons, quick actions. There are many other concepts that you will be learning. So that is the reason we'll start with the database now. So how the data will be saved in the database? Okay, I will first go practically, then I'll share you the Trailhead module which explains about the topic which I'm covering now, like the data model of the Salesforce. Okay. Huh. Let's start. Now suppose yesterday I have shown you, if you are running any business initially, let's say you don't have any software, what you do? You maintain a kata book, or you maintain an Excel sheet, okay, in your computer, and keep on saving the data. Okay, keep on saving the data, like a name, okay, name, email, and everything like that data you will be saving. Okay, let me show you. So like this data you will be saving, right? If you are running a business and you want to save the data, but is this a right format or right to save your thousands of records, I mean thousands of data, into Excel sheet, into multiple Excel sheet, your employees data, your product data, your inventory data, raw material, your clients or customers, let's say, and their issues, their cases, everything. If you want to store, how many Excel sheets you will be storing, and how can you map like this customer is purchasing this product, and this is the problem he is facing, these are the tickets raised by the customer, and this is the negotiation, this is the deals you are dealing with the customer, that will be very tough, right? So that's the reason we have the salesforce like softwares which businesses can use to maintain their customer data. How we can do that? Imagine you are going to the, okay, imagine you are going to the salesforce, and okay, you are creating a same table like this. Okay, imagine you want to create a same table like this, but inside the salesforce, okay, we don't call excel sheet or table, we say object. Object in the sense, you have to imagine in your brain that in the database you are going to create a table. In the database you are going to create a table, that you have to imagine. So let me jump to the Salesforce and see such tables. Okay. If you see here, one second. Yeah. So if you see, so if you see, if you compare, okay, if you compare this table with this one, what is the similarity you see? Here also we have the rows, okay. Here also we have the columns, okay. This complete table like thing in the Salesforce, we call it as a object. We say account object, okay. Leads object, opportunities object, okay. This is how, okay, this is how you call these tables, okay, in the Salesforce. These are not tables anymore, these are objects for us. So whatever you are seeing, opportunities, accounts, contacts, these all I haven't created, the Salesforce created and gave it to me to use in my business. So what if I want to create my own objects? Suppose I'm running an institute now. I want to store your data, the students' data, my teachers' data, okay, my professors' data, and I want to store the course details. So can I do that? Yes, because Salesforce provides us a customization option. I can create my own tables in the Salesforce. That how I can do it. I can create custom objects. We say if we are creating the table inside the Salesforce to store my data, then that table, which is we calling as an object, is not a standard thing. We are customly creating. Okay, we are customizing that one. That we'll call it as a custom object. Okay, that we call it as a custom object. Whereas whatever the objects that are being provided by the Salesforce, that are called as standard objects. Is this clear for you? See, in the Salesforce, if you want to save the data, like how you store in the Excel sheets, okay, then that concept is not a table now in the Salesforce. We call it as an object. How the objects will look? See, this is how the objects will look for us. Okay, there are the objects that are provided by the Salesforce itself, that we call it as a standard objects. And there are objects which we are going to create manually. That objects we call it as a custom objects, okay, that we call it as a custom objects. So how we can do that, let me show you. First, before going to create the custom object, okay, let us understand how many standard objects are there. Okay, leads, okay, you can see here, this is also like objects. On here also we have rows. In the rows we have the data of a particular lead. These are columns. Columns in the sense fields, company field, field data, that particular field data you have. Lead score we have, this all we have. Okay, so you have to always imagine that you are dealing with Excel sheet only, but it's a most advanced Excel sheet. Okay, that is nothing but object here. Now, if I go to another page, or we say another app inside the Salesforce platform service, you have again accounts, cases, okay, okay, cases. So this is how you have the your data here. This is how you have the data here. Cases data, cases data, account data, contacts data. Here all data you are storing inside the Salesforce. How you are storing or where you are storing? Inside the Salesforce objects. So if I want to create a new account, I'll go to account, create a new account, I'll give some information. Okay, NCR company. So I just give some random details. I'll click on save. I created a particular record. We say record inside the account object. See, in the Excel sheet, if you're going to create the data, if you're going to enter the data, what you call, you're going to create the, or if you're going to enter the data or a one row here. Each row inside the Salesforce, so inside the Excel sheet is equal to each record inside the object. Okay. This is a record I have created inside the Salesforce account object. See, if I go and see all accounts, there is a network issue, I think. Yeah, you can see here. I have all the records along with my own record, which I have created. How I have created? It's not like Excel sheet, right? This is something special and something advanced. So I have a button here. Just I'll click a button. I get a page here. Okay, create page of a particular object. Which object? Account object. And I enter the data into these fields. Okay, okay. I enter the data into these fields. There you go. You got the record created. I think you have understood the way of creation of a particular record or particular data inside the Salesforce. Shruti, is this clear for you?
Yes, Kalyan.
Yeah. So uh, we have to always imagine when you're dealing with the Salesforce records or Salesforce objects, you have to imagine that you are creating a particular table. Inside the table, you are going to enter the data. And what kind of data? These are the fields which says the nature of the data, whether it's you are dealing with the revenue, company name, phone number. This we call what this all column headings are there. That column headings we call it as a fields. Okay, nothing but they are similar to these fields, right? So if I go here again, account name field, account phone number field, owner field. So these are fields like this. So this is the structure. This is the structure of the data model inside the Salesforce. So we have to keep in your mind that we are going to create a table, which is nothing but an object. Then inside the object, you have to create the fields, whatever the data you want to store for particular object. If I'm going to store your students records data, then I'll create a student object first. Then in the student object, I will be creating name, course enrolled, phone number, and the amount of fees they paid, and the duration of the course they have enrolled for. This all I will go and save it go and save for each and every student. Okay. So this is about the object concept or data model concept inside the Salesforce. Now let us understand how we gonna create such object. First, we have to go to this setup. You have to understand what is there in the header. So in the header, we have multiple, we call this as a tabs or pages, and this is an app launcher. And this is a setup, this is notification, this is a like guidance center for us, and there are many more here. For today, we will understand one thing. This is a setup gear. We call it as a setup gear. Click on that, and you have multiple things here. Just go to the first option, setup. Then click on that. It opens a settings page. See, if you are into any application, developer testing, or you are into any application, for every application there will be a settings tab, settings page, right? For us also in the Salesforce, we have a setup page where we can configure the like administration concepts here, like user management, pages management, app management, integration management. So these are all we can do here. So once you go here, there is a like an option called as object manager. See, you can understand in the home of the setup page or setup place we have here multiple things, but object manager itself is having a separate tab. That means Salesforce, to understand Salesforce more, we have to understand first object manager. That means data model. That means data model you have to understand, then only you can master the Salesforce. This is the priority given to the object manager inside the Salesforce. Okay, because if one understand the object manager, then it itself makes the person like he have understood the off like 50% of the Salesforce. Okay, this is not about only creating the object or adding the fields and creating the records. There are many more things inside the object manager. We'll cover one by one. So go to the like create button here. These are all the objects which are available inside Salesforce. If you see, these are standard objects, means I haven't created. Salesforce has created this one. Okay. Now click on create a custom object. Yeah. So what is the thing I was talking about? I want to create a student. The name of the table, let's say object from now. The name of the object I want to create is student, and I want to save the students data there. So let's say plural form is students. Okay, leave everything as this. We'll cover each and everything later. Just make sure the deployment status is deployed so that you can access the object in the application. And before going to our next, click on this one, launch new custom tab wizard after saving this custom object. This is the must thing you have to consider before creating the object. Okay, click on that, click on save. Now your object got created. Okay, now this is the next page. You have to select the tab. Okay, the tab is automatically selected because I mean the object is automatically selected for this custom tab. What is tab? I will show you now. Style, you can select anything randomly for now, and click on the next. That's it. Click everything, leave as it is, as I said. Click on next, click on save. Yeah, there you go. You have, okay, created the object. Now where you can see the object, you have created the object, right? Where you can see that object, go to the application. Okay, this is the UI, this is front end, let's say front end for the Salesforce. And go to any of the app inside the Salesforce platform. Sales application I have gone to, or sales cloud we say. Click on more. You don't see that. Okay, you will be not be seeing the object which we created. These are all the already existing object which you are seeing here. Click on this icon. Okay, pencil icon, I'll show it again. Click on this pencil icon. Okay, then click on the add more items. One second. Yeah, so now search for, what is the one we are searching for? Students, right? Let's say all students. Yeah, you got it. One second, why it is not happening? it got, I think. Hmm. Yeah, I'll go to this again, pencil icon, then click on add more item. Then in the all, I'll be selecting students. I think we already got students. Let me check that. Yeah, students we already got. Just now we have added, right? So how I have added after creating the object in the object manager, clicking on the pencil icon, then add more items, then select all, then search for the students. That's it. Now, okay, this in the more you have the students, just drag and drop here so that you can access very easily. Now you got your table ready. You got your object ready to save to start saving your data. Now let's start saving your data. If I click on all, I don't have any data now. Just now I have created this object. Just click on new. I haven't created any field. I created the object only, right? But I got two fields automatically. One is owner field, one is student name field. Means this is the mandatory field. If you're going to create any object, there will be one field at any cost that will be created. You have to fill that particular field whenever you are creating the data into that object. So let's say Surabhi is the like student name, then click on save. So there is a network issue in my area because of rain. So your record got created. While creating, you have seen only two fields. Now you have created by field and last modified by field. These we haven't created. These are created when we created the object. See, when you create an Excel sheet will be blank, right? First, but here, when you create an object, you get these four fields for sure. A name field, the owner field, created by, and last modified by field. These are the four fields that get created automatically inside this object. What if I want to save more details for a particular student? That means I need to create what? More fields here. The mobile field, the address field, the course enrolled field, okay, email field. These are all fields I have to keep on creating so that I can save more data of my students. So how we can do that, we'll see now. Is this clear? Is this clear? Like how have I have created the object inside the Salesforce to store any of my data? Then how I have created my first data here. We say the data here, whatever the data we are saving now, that we are calling from now the record in the Salesforce object, record inside the Salesforce object. So you got this okay object created. Now let me click on again setup, then click on setup. Go to the object manager. Then shall we create one more object to get hands on, or create fields in the student object? Shruti, if it is clear for you, like how the way how we have created the object, then we can go to like go on creating the fields inside the object, or I can show you how to create one more object.
Yeah, can you create one more object, Kalyan?
Yeah. So create object, create the custom object, one more custom object. Now I will create, let's say, courses. Okay, courses is my another object. So sorry, let's say course. Here we'll have the courses as a plural. Then course name will be created automatically, as I said. Now click on deployed and launch new tab. Then click on save. That's it. We created one more object. We have to select the tab for that object. Then next, then save it. That's it. You created one more object now. Okay, one more object you have created. What is the name of the object? Courses. Okay, course or courses. Now again, go to this one, click on more. Can you see? No, right? Just click on Control R. Your page will be refreshed. Then there will be pencil icon here. Okay. At the end, you will be having pencil icon. Click on the Add More Items. Click on All. Then click on Courses. Add. That's it. You have created the courses now. Just move it a little like upside. Save. So you can see where is courses now. Yeah, more. Hmm, am I missing that or yeah, courses? So you can save it here. Okay. If you click on the courses tab, so sometimes it comes like this. Just you reload it. Control Shift R or Control R. Now you have it like a new object that got created. You can create a course. Salesforce admin course. Save it. So one of the record you have created inside the Salesforce object. Now next, Salesforce development. Okay. Save and new. I want to create more. So let it load. We have LWC developer course. So how many records we have now inside the courses object? Three records. Yes or no? I can open any of this record. So I can see more details about that record by viewing the fields information. Who is the owner? In the owner field, I can see the information. Last modified and created by and the course name. So to understand more about a record, the field information you can see. Okay, in the fields you can see the information. To view all the records in a particular object, okay, in the particular object, then you must see the records. The records show the all the like a set of data you have inside the particular object. Is this clear now?
Yes, Kalyan.
Yeah. So now we'll move on to creating more fields. Let's say I'll go to the courses object again. So this is the object. How we have to go to this particular object? Click on the object manager. If you want to create new, create new. Or if you want to edit any existing object, go to courses. See, I want to edit the courses object. See, you can see here, this is a custom object because this is not provided by the Salesforce by default when we purchase the license of Salesforce. This we have created by ourselves for our custom needs. Okay, because I'm running an institute business, so I want that. So that is called as custom object. So I'll go here, then click on this particular object. The object page will be open for us. So we want to create now fields now. We want to create fields. These are the four fields which I haven't created. Whenever I create an object, that get created automatically. Now I want to create more fields now. Just click on new. So let's say I want to see the course fee. Okay, course fee. So fee is a currency now. See, this is a data type. See, if you are filling any Facebook sign up page, what it will show? If you are like, I will show you which Facebook sign up. Create the account. This is the input text field. This is also text field. This is a pick list. You have to pick it from the drop down. This is also from the drop down. Drop down. Again, drop down. You have to enter your mail. This is a password. Okay. Like this, for every field, there will be certain data type which you can store in that particular field. If you are talking about salaries, you have to think you are dealing with the currency. If you are talking about gender, let's say gender, here we have drop down. In some pages you will be having radio button you have to click. Okay, married or unmarried, you will be clicking checkbox, tick mark you will be having. If you are going to save the email, that is the email field. Date of birth if you want to save, so you can have like this individually, or date of birth field you can have. So like this you can save, like you can have multiple types of fields when you are dealing with the UI in any software. So if, in the backend what will happen, like us, the administrators or developers like us will select, okay, will select the type of the field, the data, the type of the data this field can store. This we call it as a field type. Now I am talking about the fees, so I say currency. Okay, currency. Then next, so field name, fees. Okay, fees, that's it. Okay, let's say price, course price. So price. So this decimal, I'll make you understand what it is. Four places. Suppose I say $55.22. Then 55 is a actual length, we say how many digits, 55 or triple five, double five, like that, whatever it is. Decimal places, it's how many decimal places after point, like 55.223 decimals, like that. So description, help text, is all we can enter or not. Rest you leave it as it is. Click on the next. Hmm. So sum should be around 8. I think it is not 8. 15 plus 3 will be 8. What happened? Yeah, it got. It is a slow loading issue. Now leave everything as it is. Keep on saving. So this is the field I have created, which is a custom field we have created. On to which object? The course object, which is also a custom object. Is this clear now? It's like adding one column in the Excel sheet. Okay, it is like similar to the adding one column. See, revenue, expenses, profit, total revenue. Like this, if I want to add price here, like that, you have to imagine when you are going to create a field inside the Salesforce object. Because object we are imagining as a table. Na? Fields inside the table you have to imagine as a columns or column headings. And the data is nothing but records here. Now go to this one. Let me reload that. So let me create a new one. So it takes certain time. Okay, it takes certain time to refresh. Okay, to load the data here. We have to clear cache and everything. So instead of that, we'll wait for some time. Okay, so that your data will be created. I mean, your record field which we have created na, in the back end, that will be reflected in the front end. New. So still it is yet to like a display here. We'll wait. Now, is there any question or doubt in this field creation? In the object, we created fields to store more information about a particular record. Clear? Object is a table. Fields are columns. Records are the rows of data. That's it. This is a simple thing we have to keep in your mind. This whole thing is object. This individual columns, like more information, like individual information, what we are seeing, revenue, name, address, these are the fields. And whatever we will save about the customer information or product information, business information, that if you save inside this rows, that is nothing but a record inside the Salesforce. Okay, that's it. Is the only thing or the summary or the conclusion of this entire class. So how we can create this one? Go to the object manager. Okay, go to the object manager. In the sense, first we have to go to the setup, which we have here. Okay, inside the setup you will be having setup gear. Inside setup gear we will be having setup like arrow kind of thing, setup option. There you have to go to object manager. Inside the object manager we have to enter. Okay, we have to enter create custom object option here. I mean, we have to click on this one, drop down. You will be having two options. For now, select the first option, then create the object. Once you created the object, if you want to add more fields to that object, go to that field. Okay. Now I want to go to that object. Now I want to create a field like course start date. Let's say course start date. So how I can create which field type I am talking about now is a day, closing date, right? Or starting date, date field. Starting date, closing date, birth, date of birth, okay? Salary credit date, created at a date. So these are date and date and time fields, we'll say. So do we have any option here? Date and time type, date and time type of fields, we have the option to choose, right? Click on the date field now, just click on the next. So what is the name of the field I want to save now? Start date, right? Course start date. Okay, I will make this is a required field. Required field in the sense, suppose if you are going to fill the like this Facebook form only, you see something red, right? Why? Because this is a mandatory field. Without entering that mandatory field, your account will not be created. Yes or no? These are all the mandatory fields. Some fields will be optional. Suppose if they ask your company here, company or college you belong to, you can enter, you cannot enter. That if that is an optional field. If it is a mandatory field, you have to enter at any cost. So in the Salesforce also, if you want some field or any field to be mandatory, then you have to make sure you enter here required. Okay. Then click on next. It is taking some time. Just give this a minute. Yeah. Now click on next. Click on save. You got one more field created. The code start date, which is a date field and which is a custom field. The underscore C at last says that this is a custom field that you have created, not Salesforce. Go to the course again, reload the page. Now click on the new. So it still shows me only one field. I have created two more fields, but it is still not reflecting. Let us wait, not an issue. Hmm, let's say course name is AI and ML. Let us try to save it. See what it is showing now. What it is showing now? The error, right? So what the error is here? Shruti, I hope you have understood, right? I have created a field now. That field I have made it mandatory in the backend in the configuration. So it is showing me that now you can't save the record. Okay, you can't create a new record onto this object without entering this particular field. This is the error it is throwing us. I want to enter now, but it is not giving, I mean, not yet reflected in the UI. But in the backend, there is a like mandatory validation that is throwing the error. In the UI, it is not getting reflected. It takes 2 to 5 minutes of time to reflect on the UI. But this is clear, right? Why I have made it is required there, and what is the error it will throw if you not enter, if you are not entering mandatory fields while saving the record on that particular object. Clear?
Yes, Kalyan.
Yeah. So it is not displaying. So we'll go to any of the existing course and click on edit. See, now you got it right. Yeah, it got loaded. The price field 500, the course field, course start date. This is the date type. So I haven't created any button. These all things manually, na. I mean, manually. In the sense, I haven't coded. I haven't done any coding here. Just configuration I have selected. This is the date field. This is the text field. This is the currency field. So 500 I entered. It is showing me as a rupees. Now this course start date. It is like a date kind of thing here. So let's say the yesterday was the start date. Click on save. It is not reflecting here, but slowly it is getting reflected. If you click on edit, you can see those fields. So I hope it is clear for you. What is the what is the like a help we get from the fields? We get to see the more information. Got it? I hope this is clear for everyone, right? Soumya, Shruti,
Yes.
yeah. So maybe you Chandana and you all I mean knows these things in the past, but a few things have changed. So that's why I'm starting with the again from the start, very basic. Okay. So this is the way we create objects, the tables, which we call the objects in the Salesforce. Then we create the fields inside that particular object. Then we getting started with the creation of records, which is the data onto this particular objects. So I'll be sharing you the trailhead module and the task that you have to perform. You have the head code access, right? In the head code access, you'll be getting the project option, okay, in the left side. So let me show you. So here you'll be having my projects option. So here you can see the assignments or the day-to-day projects we are adding to you. Okay. So that will be done mostly by 2 hours from this class. So maybe at 10 p.m. So you can start practicing it in the morning before you come to the morning class. Morning there will be class for sure in the morning. Okay, tomorrow 8 a.m. So please do join. Do you have any questions before we wind up?
Kalyan, where can I get the recording?
That you can get it. Go to the course here. In the courses, you have our course. Okay, this is our course. Just click on this one. If you have already enrolled, you'll be getting the option to request the control. Okay, you can click on this. Then you'll get the access to these recordings. Okay, if you go to this one, this is a like this. You can see. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So like this, you can see there will be more, whatever the classes we keep on adding, that will be added to this one. Okay.
Okay.
As you are a paid customer, then you can get the access. You can request access for this course. Then our backend team will approve your request. Then you will get a mail as well. So then you can start learning this one. I think I have shared the same URL in the uh, chat now today before starting with this class. Okay.
Today we have covered fields, records, and
Objects.
objects. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once that is done, all of you, so you can practice more here. I'll tell you what to practice and where to practice. First, today we start with the my projects, understanding of my projects. Then in the my courses, once you enroll to that course, you'll get an option to the courses option. I mean courses you can see in the my courses section. Okay. I hope you all got the AA credits, or like a pay. If you are a paid subscriber, then you will be getting 3,000 AA credits. If you haven't received, please let us know as soon as you see or do not see by 24 hours, in within 24 hours. Okay. Okay then. We'll meet in the tomorrow's class. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. If you have any questions, we are open to answer your questions. Okay. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Thank you.